And then, Checkers and Snoozer are walking through the winter woods on a nice wintry day. Tra-la-la-la-la-lee-la-la. Hey! What is that? It is a fuzzled duckling! A ginormous one!
I wonder where her family is.
Hey, Ducky! Where is your family?
This duckling doesn't speak English. I see no family around.
Oh no! Checkers! What are we going to do?
We're going to take her home and try to help her.
So Checkers and Snoozer take the duckling home, and they put her on the inventor desk.
Now allow me to use my all-language translator machine. I've been waiting to put this to practical use.
I want to see this.
I am lost. My eyes don't work. My family lives in Duck Pond near the egg patch.
Duck Pond, by the egg patch, of course! I suspected that.
But Checkers! The duckling's eyes don't work. Even if we bring her back, she still won't be able to see.
No worries. I've scanned her eyes, and I believe her condition is curable. I'm building her the Checkers Spectacles 4001. These spectacles will allow 20/20 vision instantly.
Oh, technology! How beautiful! So then, Checkers and Snoozer take the duckling to the duck pond next to the egg patch and drop her off. The family is so happy they invite Checkers and Snoozer to play Duck, Duck, Goose with them. Duck, 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 Checkers, duck. Hey, where's the goose?
Remarkable story, Snoozer. It's nice to see how technology helped the baby duckling. You know, technology has helped billions of people all around the world, just like this baby duckling.
People who are blind?
Yes, but also other people.
How?
You know what, Snoozer? I think we should probably go somewhere where we can learn more about this topic. Zot, give us a destination.
Randomly selecting location. I have selected people first mobility.
Let's do it!
Terrific. It's time for us to learn about disabilities, what they are and how people overcome them, and how technology is helping differently abled people across the world every day. It's time for another Reading Road Trip. Seatbelts.
Check. Backpack?
Check, check. Recording?
Check, check, check. Oh! Recording.
Sounds good. Ascending in 3, 2, 1. And we're off.
Autopilot activated.
Yippee! So Checkers, where are we going?
Right now or our destination?
Right now.
Well, we're not going anywhere just yet, Snoozer. First, we have to learn a little bit more about our topic. Perhaps there's something you'd like to know.
Let me think. I got it! I would like to know when the first wheelchair was invented.
Yes, I think that can be arranged. Why don't we ask Zot?
Searching databases. While it is uncertain as to what can be considered the first wheelchair, stone inscriptions from ancient China and Greece suggest that wheelchair-type furniture has been used at least since the 6th century AD. Perhaps one of the best documented early examples, however, has been an unknown inventor of King Philip of Spain in 1595, who in his later years suffered from severe gout, which made walking difficult. This chair was elaborate in its design, with plush upholstery, arm and leg rests, and 4 small wheels, which meant that he needed to be pushed around by a servant. Over time, technology has improved and wheelchairs have become simpler to use and more effective. Goodbye.
Interesting.
Flying flamingos! Wowie!
Let me pull up the map. We are headed for Rainbow Way. Once we cross through, it will take us right to our destination. People first, mobility. Along the way, we're gonna stop at Mrs. Hamilton's class and create a craft.
That will be amazing!
Absolutely. Oh, Snoozer, look! It's the books. Let's check out a few. Here you go, Snoozer.
Jeremy's Big Roll by Matthew Silvestri. And Fighting for Yes, the story of disability rights activist Judith Heuman by Maryann Cocca-Leffler.
Got it. Well, these will be 2 different kinds of books, fiction and nonfiction.
Checkers! I have read Jeremy's Big Roll one time with Mrs. Hamilton.
Ah, yes, but you've never seen it up close. Snoozer, it's time for a closer look. Entering in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, where are we?
This book is Fighting for Yes, the story of disability rights activist Judith Heuman. A nonfiction story that chronicles her journey from a young child to a political activist.
So what did she do, Checkers?
Let's start at the beginning. Judith was born with a condition that made her unable to walk. She needed to use a wheelchair to get around.
On wheels, just like me.
True, but in those days, it was very hard for Judith to get through life. The world was simply not built for people like Judith. She wasn't able to attend school as a young child because her wheelchair was considered a fire hazard. Stairs were a major obstacle because there were no ramps. She couldn't join sports teams and many other recreational activities.
Poor Judith.
Well, Judith decided to take a different attitude. She had to overcome many obstacles throughout her life and decided to fight for change and a more equitable world.
I don't know what that means.
It means Judith got involved with groups that would speak to the government and try to get laws changed where people like Judith could use ramps outside of buildings and other ways to get around in her wheelchair.
Oh, so she tells the government people to do that, and then they did it?
Government can get very complicated, so it took Judith many years of sending letters, protesting outside of government buildings, and developing a large support group. But eventually, maybe, Judith helped get the laws changed.
Maybe.
You know the rules, Snoozer. We cannot finish this book now. We will read it in its entirety later.
Jeremy's Big Roll. Checkers, I know this story. I will tell you about it.
I see.
So Jeremy is a boy, and he has a stutter, so he has trouble talking sometimes. But then, there is a school play. Oh no! Jeremy wants to play the big bad wolf in a play about the 3 little pigs. Oh no! Checkers, do you know about the 3 little pigs?
Yes, but I question the relevance of that story as it pertains to this one.
So Jeremy's teacher says, "It will be okay, Jeremy." And Jeremy practices with his friends and his family. But he has trouble saying, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." He says, "I'll huff and I'll p-p-p." But his friends make him feel better and they say, "Ahoo!" when he gets stuck because they are very nice.
So how does this story end?
Silly Checkers! We can't see the end, but we can read it when we get home. I like this story, and I want to read it again.
Well, it's settled then. We will do that after the reading road trip.
Woohoo! Oh yeah! We are back and I'm ready for more.
I'm glad, because we have a task.
A task?
Yes, your craft.
Oh boy! Let's go! Checkers! When will we be there?
Now.
Oh!
Well, hello, Snoozer. So nice of you to drop in today. We are going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have these two things here, and we are going to create a stage to put on a little show. Does that sound like fun?
Yes! I love performing on stages!
I know you do, Snoozer, and guess what? You're going to be one of the people on the stage.
Really?
Yes. All right, so we're going to start off by cutting out these 4 strips. Now don't throw these out because we're going to be needing them in just a short bit. So once you get the strips out, let's cut out the stage area. Hey, now we need to open the curtains. So we're going to cut very carefully around here. Okay. Now we need to create a rectangle. So we need 2 long sides and 2 short sides. Okay. So we're gonna put glue on this side and this side, this side and this side. If the shake test looks good, once we're done with that, then we're gonna add the curtains. Ooh. Okay, we've got the stage, but how can we put on a show if there's just one of us? Well, we are gonna be needing a string or some yarn. I didn't have any yarn, so guess what I found? A shoelace and a hole puncher. So I'm gonna put a little hole up here and a little hole here. Let's see how this is gonna work. Watch this. I'm gonna put it around my neck.
It looks great, Mrs. Hamilton!
Now, I don't have sticks, but I'm gonna use these straws, but you could use a pencil or anything that's sturdy. We're just gonna tape those on. You don't need to cut out your character perfectly. It's kind of flimsy when you do it that way, so I'm just gonna cut around. Hello, I'm Checkers. I am Snoozer. Are you ready for the show?
Of course I am ready, Mrs. Hamilton!
Excuse me, I am Snoozer. This is my friend Checkers. Well, hello, Snoozer.
That doesn't sound like me, Mrs. Hamilton.
Well, you can create other kinds of adventures too with different characters, just like Jeremy in his big role, he did the 3 little pigs and the big bad wolf. So you can create your own little figures and stick them on straws.
Oh, cool! Then I will be just like Jeremy.
Well, I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.
And then I gave my stage an umbrella, just in case it starts to rain. Because there is a big show going on.
Yes, that was a wise decision, Snoozer.
Checkers, when are we getting to the rainbow?
Right now, Snoozer.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Going through the rainbow. We have officially arrived. Let's go.
This is People Inc. Inside People Inc. is People First Mobility and People Inc. Rehabilitative Health Services. People First Mobility builds advanced wheelchairs that greatly assist people who cannot walk. The wheelchairs have a multitude of technical features. People Inc. Rehabilitative Health Services is for physical therapy and will restore functional abilities following injury, surgery, or disease. They also help patients learn to use their wheelchairs more effectively. Let's head inside and take a look at 2 of their wheelchairs.
Whoa! This place is amazing!
I am a PT and I coordinate the wheelchair clinic.
Okay, so these 2 are both wheelchairs then?
Correct. Yep. We have a manual lightweight wheelchair here and then a power wheelchair which also has power features for the seating.
So somebody who used this chair, they would use it by propelling the wheels themselves.
Correct.
And then you also have a feature here. So what is this called?
This is called a smart drive system, and it's a power assist for a manual chair. If they're only able to push throughout half the day maybe, and then the second half they're too fatigued, they continue to be in this chair and they would be able to use that system to help them.
I like this chair. I want to try the power wheels. Wowee! I am going all by myself. These are like my wheels, except bigger. This wheelchair would really help people who can't walk.
So this is a power wheelchair. So there's many ways to control a power wheelchair. This one is set up to use a joystick, and then they can also change their positioning as well. So they're driving, they're getting through the community for their mobility, and then they have the features to access the community as well.
Why would a person be using a chair like this as opposed to your wheelchair over on this side?
So for the power chair, it would be because there's an inability to propel the manual chair due to weakness or limited mobility in their arms.
So what are some of the other advantages of having a chair like this?
Well, this particular chair has a feature which is called Elevate. So the seat will actually rise up, and that allows the person using the chair to have better access to cupboards, when they're out in the community, coming up to checkout lines, and those kind of things, because a lot of times the environment isn't set up for someone who is in a seated position. It's set up for someone standing.
This thing is super powered. It has snazzy lights so people can see, and these footrests that move so the user can move their body around without leaving the chair. So coolio! And now I want to go for another ride. So this chair helps people move their bodies around and makes them taller so conversations are easier. Nice! What a cool invention! This super chair would make life a lot easier for other abled people. Yahoo!
Zot the robot at your service. Today's selections are We Move Together by Kelly, Fritsch, and Ann McGuire. What Happened to You by James Catchpole. Can Bears Ski by Raymond. Antrobus. Lone Wolf by Sarah Kurpiel. Jeremy's Big Roll by Matthew Silvestri. Fighting for Yes, the story of disability rights activist Judith Heuman by Maryann, Cocca-Leffler. These are today's book selections. Goodbye.
Checkers!
Snoozer?
I love how they created amazing wheelchairs that help people. I want to do something like that. Maybe I could even invent a flying wheelchair. But I need to come up with a catchier name. I will think of a better name soon.
Yep, you get on that, Snoozer. And then we will read those 2 books from today. But right now, I'm going to send this file off to Mrs. Hamilton's classroom. So that Mrs. Hamilton can show the files to all the Fuzzles, and everybody watching will learn about our reading road trip. Until next time.